This is your first day. Your designation will be RP-01/138. We expect great things from you. You have been born into dangerous times. A sharp mind can be the key to survival. But as often as not, it will be your inherent physical traits that win the day. And in this regard, you will be superior to your more common brethren. For you are a commando, an elite unit, something truly special. Your weapons, your armor, and most importantly, your brothers.
Men, listen up.
Delta Squad, form up.
Forming up, boss.
What is up, my fellow Republic Commandos? It is your boy Trey of the Bat Channel, and we are live in a galaxy far, far away, getting ready for the newest episode of Star Wars The Acolyte, Episode 6. I think last episode was an improvement for what's been already a mediocre season. It seems like for the most part, I like what the Batman Who Laughs says here. The Disney should start paying us to watch this. to each their own. Whether you love it, you hate it, we're gonna find out together. I have a feeling that this is going to be a flashback episode, just based off the formula they've kind of set up, where 1, 2 flashback, 1, 2 flashback. So we'll see. Maybe we'll get the Jedi perspective now. And learn exactly what happened that day 16 years ago that set everything in motion. I apologize if I sound a little funny. Wonder Wife and I have been battling a cold all damn day and yesterday, to where it's just continue on. So I got my handy dandy cough drops, Ricola, and some blue milk. So we are all ready to go for Star Wars The Acolyte. Guys, if this is your first time hanging out with us on the Bat Channel with one of these watch parties, obviously I cannot show the show. Disney Plus would take me down faster than I could say these are not the droids you are looking for. So you have to have Disney Plus. If you're asking me, Trey, is it worth getting Disney Plus just to watch the Acolyte? I would say there's, at this moment, there's better content elsewhere on Disney Plus. Like if you want, I don't know, watch like all the old Disney movies that you grew up watching, like Up and Away or 13th Year or The Luck of the Irish, the classic Disney movies. Uh, you could, or the Lion King stuff to get ready for Mufasa when it comes out. But is the Acolyte worth the monthly payment? Not at the moment. We'll see if it gets better, but at this point, I'm not really certain. We'll have to see. I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping for a really good episode, but time will tell. As always, put on a smile and enjoy the show. Guys, it's so great to see everyone here. Let me get through all the pleasantries real quick. Guys, it helps us out so much when you smash that like, you share this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. And when you hit that notification bell, you're not going to miss all the cool upcoming shows that we have going on. Like, I actually had a couple of people ask me, like, dude, are you excited for Alien Romulus? I am. I'm really stoked for that. I'm a big Predator fan. I love the Alien films. So when I heard about this movie, I did record a teaser trailer reaction when it came out like 2 months ago. I just haven't been able to get to finish editing. I've been busy, work has been crazy. I have a full-time job, and a wife, and family. Friends you gotta see, which I haven't done a great job at that either. So we live day to day, but we'll get it done eventually. And of course, the Penguin trailer reaction, Batman Cape Crusader, we're gonna be talking about all that stuff. So we got some cool shows. So keep an eye out. But you can follow us on one of our social media pages like TikTok, Instagram, Twitter at @the_Bat channel. It's a great way to just get to know us, DM us, tell us some cool things. Like Beyond the Night actually sent us some information about the Acolyte, that one of the writers was talking with fans about episode 4, I think it was. So that's cool too. Send us stuff. We love that. It's all cool here. If you're still on Facebook, @Holy Bat channel, if you're still hanging out over there, just trying to be ever more engaging for you guys. But man, oh man, as we wait one more minute, I believe, is when the new episode is going to be released. Pull up your Disney Plus right now if you have it. Start your free trial if you feel like it, whatever. Or just hang out with us, and we're creating a theatrical experience. I always feel like it's fun when you guys see us watch, react, get that group experience, just to have a good time and celebrate Star Wars, because we love Star Wars, even though we're not vibing with the Acolyte. But let's go ahead and bring out the best co-host I could ever ask for, especially when Super Bro Corey ain't gonna show up. He's still on vacation, having a grand old time. He keeps sending me pictures of all the meals he's eating. I'm upset with him. He might not come back. I might not let him back, but let's go ahead and bring out our boy. You've seen him here before, Mr. Koj. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up?
How you been, man?
I've been good. It's been a hectic week, but glad to be here. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, work going any better for you?
We'll tell you after in detail in private, but
That's fair.
It's okay so far. But yeah,
it's
to be here.
I'm glad you're here with me as well, to just continue watching, because Koj actually, him and I rewatched the first couple of episodes of the Acolyte, and honestly, you brought a different perspective with it, because Koj kind of started in the middle with us. He kind of joined in, and he was like, hold on, there's some things I'm missing. Let's go back a little bit so we can catch up. And Koj, do you want to talk about your experience of watching the first 3 episodes? I think we did.
Yeah, we watched the first 3. The first 3. This is why I never judged it as a whole yet, because first 3 I saw spoilers, heard spoilers, clips, a bunch of stuff, but never anything in its entirety. I was judging everything based on how I saw it, and I still have the same problems with the rush story, the cardboard flat acting on some areas, choppy situations. But as we got to the Themyscira part, as you like to say, with the witches, I was shocked at how, okay, whatever you like or dislike of their choices of characters bringing to the table, they actually took time to tell that part of the story. Like it didn't feel rushed, and to the point where one of the mothers came to the daughters, up until the point where one daughter or one kid, I think it was May, burnt Osha's Jedi book. Then it went back to downhill. But that little segment, they told a cohesive narrative story that didn't feel rushed. It actually progressed. I felt everyone had their motives and everything went back downhill. So I theorized that's the only thing that they really cared about. And everything else is just going through the motions. So seeing how they so I'm excited to talk about this tonight and tomorrow. So seeing all that with where we are, I feel like a lot of problems are all around that one little area that they really focused on. The singing was corny as hell, and I can go into more detail of that too in a bit. But for the most part, I'm worried about the show, but also I think this next episode tonight is going to be a flashback, because on that big poster, you see all the key characters that they're going to show a lot, and one of them in the bottom middle, I think is the one of the witch mothers or whatever. I feel she's going to be showcased in this one, because you don't put someone like that on a cover if you're just going to have them for one episode. So I think they're going to go back and forth, tell some backstory, because they only got 3 more episodes to go. So I anticipate this, when they go back to the story of the witches, it's going to be like a better paced storytelling, and everything else I have low expectations for. So I'm kind of intrigued at this point. My spirits are diminished because they keep changing. The problem is the random 180s they do, and the shoehorned flat cardboard acting they do. But there is a lot of talent in this, and there's so much potential. It's just I'm not trusting the community of the committee, like corporate people who are behind the strings here on this show, like the executive producers or whoever's calling the shots to rush this story. It's, yeah, I see King Donkey Kong says it's a bit bipolar. That I agree with that. That's what's making it feel really, really weird.
Yeah, I think that's been one of the biggest issues. Is it feels like it's been nonstop rushing. They know they have like point Z to get through, and only 8 episodes to do it. And the main characters, the twins that we're supposed to be following here, they're flip flopping way too much. So I think that's extremely a weak point. While last episode was slight improvement based on the action, which even rewatching the action, I realized there was a lot of choreography issues. So while it was flashy and colorful, there was like one particular scene where Kamir, he's about to make the kill shot on Yord, and Yord stops because he realizes the dude's about to have the kill shot, but Kamir has his lightsaber pointed the other direction. So meaning if he turned it on, it would just go that way behind his head rather than towards Yord. So,
Which is crazy, because one cool thing the show has done is turning the lightsaber on and off as like a stabbing thing. That's kind of like Mortal Kombat level cool. I'll give it that. They can get brutal with it, which is nice. I just wish they pay attention to the rest of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there were some really cool moments, like when he, stabs the one Jedi and then force pulls the other one into it. Like that, I felt like I was rewatching Star Wars Force Unleashed. Like that felt like some Star Killer kind of thing. But then the rest of it, I was kind of like, hopefully that wasn't the scene where Leslye Headland, where Leslye Headland was talking about it rivals anything of the prequel trilogies. Because I don't think they were even close. I think
they have 3 episodes to rival it, if that's what they're saying they're going for.
Yeah, I agree. But I see we have a super chat already Trevor H with a $5 super chat saying hashtag Snyder Cut coming to a theater near you. Yes, dude. Very excited by the news. Don't know how it's gonna work out yet, but I do love that movie, man. Love the Snyder Cut. Love Zack Snyder's Justice League. Glad to see it finally get a theatrical release. I know it's been kind of released in different places, but hopefully they do it nationwide or worldwide or something. Zach, if you're watching this, please, man, like just not just LA, not just Chicago, New York, or Houston, like
worldwide, baby.
We want some love too. Trevor H just want to say thank you so much for that $5 super chat. Let's go ahead and let's do this for you, buddy.
This is where the fun begins.
Thank you so much, Trevor. Koj, do you have any other? I know you said flashback, but do you have any expectations for tonight?
It's hard when they do curveballs. I expect May and Osha to be found out immediately who they are by the one claiming they're a Sith. And
also, sorry, real quick, sorry to interrupt you.
Sorry.
Okay, let us know in the chat if you guys are ready to go as well as we're discussing real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, bud.
Yeah, I'm thinking they'll find out exactly who they are right off the get-go. If they do not, then I'm gonna have problems with that.
Yeah. Are you? What are you expecting from the Jedi standpoint? Because obviously, Kamir says you need to face your own darkness. Like Soul hasn't told us everything, supposedly. What do you expect that? Do you think Soul is the main responsible one? That's why he's been left last. He's the one that needs to atone for his sins.
I think he has his own backstory to face, and I think that would be tied to the new villain because it looks like they were familiar with each other. If anyone has any dark stuff, maybe it would be Jedi Trinity. Sorry, I'm really bad with her name. She's playing. Maybe something folly went between her and what we would see in a flashback. He is hesitant of something and he has attachment, but I think yeah. Wait, what was the question? I got obsessed with what happened with Soul.
Oh no, I do. Like, do you think we're? I guess. Do you think we're gonna learn, or maybe what do you think Soul's responsible for? Why does Kamir put the blame on him?
I don't know. It's hard to tell with this show how they're going to go for it. But if I was going to go for it, maybe it's something of some attachment he had with someone in the past. Or it would have to be some attachment issue, or maybe he himself has a dark side that he's fighting and putting away at bay. And maybe if that's the case, maybe that's why he has so much favoritism towards Osha, because then in his mind, he sees Osha in a similar situation of his, coming from maybe a background of people who did stuff in the dark arts. Are you Shill? Who's Shill? I'm not Shill. I'm Koj. Hopefully that answers that one. I think if he thinks someone can recover from a dark side and go back to light, maybe he needs that as a reflection on his own journey. That's my theory and hypothesis.
Okay. And yeah, Stefan, if you haven't seen our breakdowns for this show before, you would know the answer to that. Or even watch like the first 5 minutes of us starting this. You would know the answer.
Yeah.
Maybe watch and find out. We've been pretty brutally honest with this show. We don't shill for anything.
I used to shill for WWE, but I gave that up.
Right. They have definitely not been. Oh yeah, Oracle always coming to the defense, man. She already knows. Well, not to the defense, but to be. She just
the tooth and the whole tooth.
Yeah. They have been honest for their dislike. Yep. It's been a bipolar show. Kingdom of Nerds, what's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well. I hope this is a Get episode. A Get episode? I think you mean Good Episode Beyond the Night? I think that's what you're talking about. Okay.
Don't get got. I don't know.
Trevor H says, good to go. Our boy Taladia plays since he's
Taladia,
ready
what's
to
up, my
go.
man?
What's up, Taladia? Red Hood Outlaw says, ready. Got my blue milk and ready to watch. You know I already got it.
I'm worried, man. You shouldn't have dairy when you're feeling sick, bro.
That's well, actually, to be honest with you, it's at this. I knew that, so I brought lactose milk, like dairy-free milk. Yeah, I never tried it. We'll find out what happens. And I was just like, I gotta have blue milk for tonight, and I was like, but I'm sick, so I was like, let me try this to see if it works. Could be, and it, no, we'll just find out. Let's find out together, real quick. Yeah, it's about what the Acolyte is. It's okay. I wish it was real milk.
Lactose free.
Do it. Okay. So you heard what King Donkey Kong said. He's just saying, let's go ahead and get to it. Let's not waste any more time. He's like, do it. Okay, guys. Well, I hope you're ready to go. This episode is called Teach and Corrupt.
Oh,
interesting. All right. I have it set to exactly where all the Star Wars masks flash, with the Darth Vader, the reds, the blues. So hopefully you guys have it set to there as well. And here we go. Coming down in 3, 2, 1, play. Okay. Yeah, it would appear so. Red Hood Outlaw. Making some stew. Sif stew. That's going to be a recipe on Disney Plus's Instagram page.
Actress wears a lot of high heels. Her tattoo reminds me of Attack on Titan. From a distance.
That's her first worry. She's in a weird place and she's like, let me get something to drink.
And she know what was in that drink.
Right? Like, she's like, I'm just going to go for it.
Very trusting. I don't know. That reminds me of another problem I have with it. I'll mention after. That's a pretty location. I like that.
You and I have talked about that a lot. Like, a lot of their locations and their like overall sets have been solid for this show. That's oh, it's an interesting opening little jingle there.
What is flawless in the show is the music. I think you're the music guy. Oh, it's a little baby one.
Carrie Kill's like, dude is
Yeah.
going to be drinking blue milk from a sea cow. He doesn't really have the beard though to like let it drench in his beard like Mark Hamill.
Mm, that's where the qualities are good.
Did she mess with oh
Okay.
come on, Otter, dude. You know it's her.
Otter dude ought to know. Oh, I feel bad for Soul. That was a good little moment there.
Hmm.
I hope it's a sign that they're going to take their time. Hey, Ottoman.
Come on, Lizzo. You figured it out, bro? Yeah. Pip looking again? It's actually kind of a dope looking pool.
Yeah, you know, not bad.
Steal his clothes. You're screwed now.
It's like I kind of have to move the tread. So if he puts his clothes back on, she doesn't join him. He's either trying to recruit her or seduce her, or both.
Maybe a little bit of both. Maybe a master pupil could be,
Because he knows exactly where she is. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna swim with my rear to the side. Du, du, du. Yeah, I like the music too. All right, he doesn't know that's not OSHA. I don't like that. Unless he's testing her. I don't know. Who's Doug? Oh.
What's up, Angelica? Congrats since Brazil. Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you.
Let's see her be a badass and take the ship.
Just like so
All
long.
right. Every time someone offers something like that, then no one ever takes it. He's trying to win her over. So the otter knows and the Jedi don't.
Pip gave her that hawk tua.
He just semi pepper sprayed her. I just hold the off switch for like 5 seconds. He turned it the droid Sith. It turned all red. Oh, got a darker body.
Undecided so far, Angelica. Just still watching it. We're about like halfway through it. Oh dear.
So far, I don't know. This has to go somewhere. Oh, the cute little what's it? Nothing better happened to them. So he knows he has her curiosity. He's gonna. I was thinking that too, Carrie.
Maybe.
So if you're not good enough, you're worthy of dying and being killed. Come on. Yeah, go this ship, girl. Let's go. Oh no, they're gonna talk.
Just like every Sith master wants the people to strike him down.
Mm-hmm. This guy's trying to do what he's claiming the Jedi does. He's imposing his. He's trying to tell her to go in the way he wants her to go.
Oh,
If they kiss, I'm gonna be pissed.
I don't think so. That would almost not make any sense.
No, I'm kind of planning the things that don't make sense.
Oh yeah, I get it from consistency of them not making sense throughout the show.
Yeah.
That's fair.
This is good they didn't.
The hell?
Come on, Doug. Why question the master? What the hell? I think. Yeah, if that was comedy, I wasn't laughing.
Joker's Wild actually said if it was, it fell flat.
Hmm. He better know, Trevor. I'm gonna lose it. Let's go. Oh, it's gonna be next episode, huh?
God, I hope not. There we go. Thank God.
Okay, that got a plus for me.
Though, was it Basil that told him, or did he know?
He should have known.
I feel like the fact that they had Basil there, that like maybe it was like, oh, it's her, you know.
It's possible, but
Oh,
they do a lot of things when we don't see. They fail to show, which is what a show should show.
yeah, maybe 9 lives. That's interesting.
Or Soul's the Dark Master and Khmer's the apprentice, and they're just screwing with everybody.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, but someone who killed my friend like Jackie, and you're just chilling with him. These characters don't care about each other. Let me show you my body. Oh, the one I should have showed you right now?
She has questions. What up, Star Wars Marvel DC fanboy? Says, I feel like everyone will die, which will make not as canon broken. I mean, that's really the only way they get around it at this point, is they're just gonna have to wipe out everybody.
It's got to be like some mystery people take to the grave, or there's no
Yeah,
witnesses, you know?
because if they do really go down the route that they essentially covered up and County Mundi knew about it, the High Council knew about it, that's gonna make the Jedi look really awful in the
Yeah.
prequel trilogy. Oh, they're gonna find lightsaber marks though.
Are they going to find Chad's body? Yep, there he is.
I like they even called him Chad.
The
The Chad.
Chad Jedi.
They're gonna find Kelnaka. He's dead with lightsaber wounds. Oh, Plo Koon. He's dead. I'm just kidding. It's not actually.
I hate that word somehow in Disney. Jedi usually don't resort to unorthodox type of weapons, right?
I mean, that was the lightsaber whip was something that Disney created in one of
Yeah,
their,
Star
I
Wars
think,
Visions.
something like that. I didn't see that particular episode, but I don't know how I feel about it. I guess I don't know.
One of my buddy, she's a huge Star Wars cosplayer, or was, and she said that Jedi are very uniform with how they go about things.
Mm. Well, I mean, but the
Like
silly
even the
part,
hilt of Dooku's thing wouldn't be in a Jedi
those
thing.
little roly-poly creature scenes, didn't they just say, like in the previous episodes, that they're attracted to light? So
And it's daytime. What would draw it to her specifically when no lightsabers out?
yeah, I don't know. It's just the inconsistency. I know that's a silly, stupid detail, but okay.
I mean, when the story's not that great, they stand out worse.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah, that's all. Listen, get to it. Don't cut through the other scene. Do not cut through the other scene.
Ye
Do
Oh my god. Yeah, they had a
they
yep,
cut
it's
through
gonna
the other
credit
scene?
credit. Oh, no? Okay, cool.
No, damn. That's gonna be the next episode. Mm.
They did 9 Labs, they fooled us. I wonder if she puts it on, if she's gonna have, like, forced visions.
Depends how much minutes we have left. Or they'll put it on and something will happen and they'll cut to black and say next episode or something, or directed by whoever. Yep.
What a weird ending.
What a waste of time. Like nothing much really happened to
Yeah,
build
it
up
was
any kind of suspense.
they really just kinda, like, built up the question a little further. It's like, I'm just gonna ramble on because I wanna save it for the episode right before the finale, you know?
Yeah,
Which
pretty much just got the other Jedi to be hot on their trail. That's the only thing that progressed, and they found out who was.
yeah, I mean, you know what it kinda reminded me of, that ending?
Mm.
Like, what was it? Halloween 4 or something like that, where the little girl puts on the mask,
Mm.
and she starts to, like, get into the mindset of Michael Myers. It kinda felt like that. It felt like she was like, "Let me put this on, and now I feel the dark energy consuming me," you know? It was just I don't know. What did you take by that? What did it mean to you for her to put on the mask?
Uh, if she's tempted by the dark side, she's feeling closer to it because she was taking uncomfortable but also gaspy breaths. It's hard to dive into because also the performance is kind of weird all over the place.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like I don't know. Again, I feel like a lot of things are uh teasing and kind of trying to surprise and shock you, but the journey to get there doesn't really build that up.
Mm.
I like, I don't know, this episode was wasteful.
It felt this one to me definitely felt like a filler.
Yeah,
I
but
don't think
we didn't
sorry,
learn
go ahead.
anything really much.
Yeah. I mean, like we said earlier, it kind of just raised more questions than it did actually explaining things, and we had kind of like a weird thing. It's like, I think honestly they probably could have summed this piece up in about 15 minutes and added it to whatever episode they wanted to, the next one, and it would have made a full hour. Like, that would have made sense.
Yeah.
Butler says this show is just always going to be mediocre.
That was a very flat episode.
Yeah.
No, I'm not surprised. Yeah, not surprised.
Though I will say, I feel like for as flat as it was, I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm conflicted on this one, because to me it was such a flat episode that it really didn't do anything with the story. So therefore, I can't really pick it apart and say like, oh, there's a lot wrong with this, because there was nothing to it. There was nothing to really be like, ooh, let's dive in that. Like, let's like this. Okay, where are we going with this? It didn't really. It was more of a slow motion walk to just say Soul knows it's May, and he's gonna tell her now. He's gonna reveal the truth of what happened, and Osha maybe turning heel with Kamir. Who knows? Maybe turning to the dark side. Like, once again, she's just flip-flopping back and forth. Like, it's just that she had so much faith in the Jedi that it's like Kamir is playing off of that. Like, he's trying to turn her real quickly, and I don't know. I just don't know why she's trusting him in the first place. But
this little weird parent trap thing going on that really didn't last long. I'm confused on what the whole point of that is.
Yeah.
Like, is this why they had forced May to go, I'm going to turn myself into Jedi. I don't need you anymore. And he's all hanging upside down like, rah, 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 and then to have her fight the Jedi, then switch places with her sister, then to try and kill a Jedi without a weapon, with a weapon. That whole thing I don't understand either. Because a knife is pretty much a weapon, right? I don't know, unless that's like a box opener that's used as a weapon. It still doesn't help. I mean, what a waste of time this episode was. It didn't really get anywhere. Even Kamir, hopefully I'm saying that right.
Yeah, you are.
All he did was show some little sexy skin, show that he's not going to harm her. She drank the water out of a bottle that, for all we know, might have been Pennzoil, but hey, she took a leap of faith there. And then she's like, wait, something's about this guy, even though he killed a lot of people I really liked, that I showed this much empathy for and compassion for since the whole thing. I have all this anger. Oh, it's like, I don't know. And then I don't know what's going on with good old Soul. He's all emotional. And then he's like, okay, I found out who she was. How did he find out? Did he always know? Or did the otter tell him? And it's like, the things that progressed were very like meh. And then they kind of revealed what we all thought or assumed would happen. And then it just kind of stayed flat.
Yeah. And I see what Carrie Kelly says. Like, so far they still have not broken Ken. I mean,
it's all up to the survivors.
9 lives in hell in here. I don't know. It's a real stretch Carrie. It's a real stretch to say the Jedi are just completely oblivious. There's lightsaber strikes on the dead. You know, she's sensing the Force. She can feel there was a lightsaber battle. I mean, yes, they could say it's a rogue Jedi. I just don't see how they can ignore the possibility at this point that there's some rogue out there with a lightsaber killing people. You know, it seems, I don't know. They're gonna have to explain it, because right now they're still just heading down a path of breaking canon with Phantom Menace, even though they haven't full on addressed it. Because if Soul dies and they never see Khmer with the High Council, then I guess, I don't know. This episode did nothing for the story. Okay, that's Wayne Enterprise says it seems silly, or the Jedi are just stupid. They haven't looked really great in this show so far. They have been kind of portrayed as arrogant and oblivious. What's up, Donnie? He's saying drink water out of a
The story did.
a bottle.
Oh.
It was a weird seduction scene. I'm not sure exactly where they were going with that, other than like it just. The only thing I could kind of take from it was maybe it's just kind of showing, like, based off what May said to Osha in the last episode, which, you know, like, you basically live a life of no purpose, no family, no love. So maybe Khmer is kind of like, oh, like, you know, we could do the ugly, you know, do the shtick in the bathtub kind of thing. But I don't know. To me, that's silly, because technically even George Lucas has said Jedis can technically have sex. They just can't have attachment. So I don't know what Disney was trying to say with just that one particular scene. It was just kind of weird, unless if they're trying to show Khmer's charismatic, confident, egotistical in a way. I don't know. My bad, I couldn't hear you over your face mask. What? Okay. Anyways, I don't know what to. Yeah, I don't know what to think about
I
this.
feel like we're scraping the barrel of this. I feel like it's like we're getting this little report done by someone studying the Force or Star Wars lore, but they didn't do their homework, and then we're trying to grade it the best we can and be nice to them because it is Star Wars lore.
Yeah.
It's hard, man.
I'm definitely
I'm not giving us a lot.
We're 6 episodes in and we're still just kind of like, whatever, you know, like, I don't know. This, to me, episode 7, with if people are already giving up on the show, like, I completely understand at this point. For me, I guess I always said kind of the important piece of the puzzle was to find out the other point of view with what happened 16 years ago with Soul and the Jedi, and what are they being blamed for? You know, why are the Jedi evil in Khmer's mind? You know, what's other than he wants freedom from choosing how to live his Force, which, like I said, the issue with that storyline, I get the complexity. It's an interesting gray area, but George Lucas never confused the idea of good versus evil with the Jedi versus Sith. You know, there was always selfish, bad intentions, evil doing, the Sith, versus the Jedi, selfless peacekeepers. You know, so I don't know. I don't agree with that type of storytelling. If that is the route they're going on, I'm hoping that it's kind of like a reveal that they do. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't think they're going to do a good job with anything.
Beyond the Night says it's not a very good show.
I agree.
Donnie asks, how do you guys feel about Disney Star Wars storytelling? We've talked about it before. We think it's a hit or a miss. Sometimes they do really well, like the first 2 seasons of Mandalorian were really solid. Andor is very well written. There's just moments it doesn't feel like a Star Wars show. There was some awesome moments with Obi-Wan Kenobi, especially when it was Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader. Bad Batch, Clone Wars have been really solid for the most part. I mean, Clone Wars is iconic, right? Like, you just it's hit or miss. But like when they do some of these storytellings where you can tell it's not being really written by someone who knows and loves Star Wars, I just don't think.
Yeah, we're not getting Star Wars storytelling. We're getting Disney telling their stories under the decoration of Star Wars. Like, I don't know, man. There's so much lore you could take inspiration from the books and the comics that so many people love that define this universe. Yet, you could always do retellings of that, change a little if you want, but the closer you draw from that stuff, I feel like they take just the bare minimum of that stuff, maybe 5% of it, and they just tell something totally different. And it's at the expense of Star Wars, I feel. And then that's the part where it's kind of alienating a lot of people who love this, a lot of magic that put Star Wars on the map, that created so many people to love this, created a whole fan culture for it. And then it's just going different directions. And not only that, they're doing a lazy job about it too, with all this drawn out, dull cardboard storytelling. It's just
Yeah, and it's kind of silly because I feel like at this point, if there was a show they really wanted to do where they wouldn't really be held to canon, or being able to create a little bit, have some freedom.
Yeah.
I don't know, go back 1,000 years before.
Yeah, or expand on stuff that's going on around it. Like, do you remember that story, Shadows of the Empire? That was a brand new story that happened along the timeline from Empire Strikes Back to Return of Jedi. It actually ended where Return of Jedi picked up. And it was very exciting. New storytelling. We got new character, Dash Rendar, and all this stuff. And it expanded the story while giving something new, but still played within the rules of it. It's like you're playing a really good Dungeons and Dragons game, okay? The game master is George Lucas, and he's made up the whole world, and you can still be free to tell any kind of story, come up with any type of character. Hell, I have no problem with representation here and there, but you stay within the story of the world and you play with it. And then when you do that, with the creativity of your own storytelling, with the established world, that's the challenge, and that's the excitement that gets everyone happy, satisfied, and pleased. And then how we can take this, not just take little bits of it and tell like some other story, ignoring all the stuff that came before it, because then it doesn't fit anywhere. It's like a knockoff Lego piece that doesn't fit with all the others or something. I don't know. You're trying to force it. I don't know.
Donnie says, I agree. This is not Star Wars in his opinion. Yeah.
I agree too.
Everyone's saying hello. It's nice. All right. The Outcast Creative says it's extremely poor quality writing. You only need to watch one episode of House of Dragon to see good quality screenwriting. This is utter the ballsy comparison. Yeah. I mean,
well put.
To me, it's almost silly because here's a place where they really could have done something awesome. They could have done something really cool here. And I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing someone who is just like, I don't care what came before me. I don't care what Star Wars is. I'm going to give my take on it. And I've heard a lot of the director, the showrunner, Leslye Headland, and even some of the actors talk about what they like about Star Wars. And it kind of became clear to me, like if you saw our trailer reactions with Super Bro Corey and I know I always say this, but I think it's important to know for those who are maybe liking the show. Corey and I were very excited about the show. We couldn't wait to see it. We thought it had a wonderful opportunity to give us something like kind of mature, but within the Star Wars realm. And also to deal with something that wasn't really a part of the Skywalker saga. So far, this show has just been boring, or maybe not even boring is the word, but just the mediocre, the bad writing is really apparent in this. And while the last episode was, as we said, an improvement because there was some fairly good action, nothing anywhere close to the prequel trilogy. It even with somewhat solid action, there was still major plot points that fell flat. And just the flip-flopping back and forth between the two main characters, the twins, has been annoying. So it's I don't know. If Replay Crew, if you're watching this, you're loving this show, tell us why you're loving this show. I would really love to hear your reasons. If your reasons are, well, I just don't care about Star Wars canon or lore. I just want a good story. I was like, okay, if that's I don't agree with like don't caring about the Star Wars lore or canon, but tell me why you think it's good storytelling. Because I need to hear from someone who actually thinks this is a good show based on the story. I'm personally not seeing it. Like, do Knights of the Old Republic. Knights of the Old Republic would have been awesome.
That'd be sick.
According to Leslye Headland, she said she was a huge fan of that. That's
the only thing she got out of it was yellow lightsabers.
Right, and the High Republic Jedi suits, and also the Catorsis helmets that Kamir has. I mean, that was cool. I'll give him that. That was something interesting to bring to the plate. But everything
did she bring that up, or did the art department do?
I mean,
I
it became a part of the story, and how they. I mean, to me, it would be silly if they didn't go like, oh, well, let's pull it from this. But I wouldn't be surprised if maybe the art department, like you kind of mentioned in a private conversation, where like you think it's a lot of the people who are working on this show that are big Star Wars fans, like the makeup department, the costume department, who are maybe Star Wars geeks, but then there's Leslye Headland and the other writers of the show who are just doing it because it's a paycheck for a big IP. You know,
yeah, they just see sci-fi lasers and laser swords and aliens.
Yeah, or Darth Bane. Darth Bane would have been cool too. Kathleen seems to begin revenge against Star Wars, George and men. Yeah, they need to. I've said this before. I think it's time for Kathleen to definitely do something else. She shouldn't be hiring the people anymore for LucasArts, but hopefully Dave Filoni, I don't know. Apparently, Dave Filoni approved of this story. I don't know how much I believe that, because I think when Dave Filoni took over...
When did he approve it, though? Like, I am really suspicious of a high-budget show at this mediocrity that's getting pushed at the type of budget you guys have shared with us. Mm-hmm. Like, maybe he liked the show at the first draft, but I have this weird suspicion they've been doing reshoots as it's coming out, because it feels so last minute, not well thought out of, and that would explain why the actors may be so flat. It's no insult to their acting career. I bet many of them are really good actors. It's just that when there's a quick change, let's say there is a lot of quick changes, it doesn't give actors enough time to do character study that do need it, because not all actors work the same way. Some need a little bit more time with their lines. Some can, make magic out of nothing, but that's rare. And if they do so many quick changes, you're going to have forced acting scenes because you didn't have much time to work on it. And this reeks of something that has many chefs in the kitchen.
Yeah. Well, one of the things, and I think we talked about this in our last breakdown, and we will be doing a breakdown tomorrow, so we'll do a deeper dive. Once, I always say, it's, for me, it kind of helps to kind of process. You got a reaction. It was kind of mediocre. Now I kind of take a breather. I sleep on it. I think about, okay, now that I'm prepared for what I'm about to see, let me come at a different angle. Let me try to understand why the writers made the choices that they did. Maybe some Easter eggs I missed, or different storytelling points, some reactions. Because yes, I'm doing these watch parties with you guys. I'm paying attention to the chat, so I'm not being able to 100 billion% focus on it. But I mean, good enough to be like, okay, but I like to come at it from a different angle the second time I watch it, and then we do our breakdown. So I'll be very curious to see how tomorrow goes for our breakdown I think we're doing it at 10 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. So make sure you guys set your notifications for that. It's already out. I'll probably just be adjusting the thumbnail so it looks different. But I don't know. They brag about not reading or watching Star Wars.
I like your thumbnail, by the way. That's nice.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Donnie, one thing that was clear to me was like when one of the actors, I think at Star Wars Celebration, he said that what he loved most about Star Wars is that there is no good, there is no evil. It's about whose side you're on. And that is, to me, that is like 2 red flags, like waving, lighting on fire. Like that is not Star Wars. That like as basic as it sounds, as simple as it is, George Lucas did.
That's the logic of an opportunist, man.
Yeah. To me, it's like, yes, it's a simple story in a way. Like it doesn't allow for complicated, real discussions about the complexities and reflections in our society. Okay, cool. But at the same time, you're in a galaxy far, far away that can tell a story about good versus evil and how evil can seduce, and corrupt. But the good side is always trying to win. It's always trying to shine the light through, right? To be a symbol of hope. And
in fact, the whole hero's journey, Joseph Campbell's book highlights Luke Skywalker's journey a lot. It's
that's
very
true.
classic. It's very like when you go through the Hero of 1,000 Faces and all this journey, we are defined by our choices when we're tempted with the right thing to do and the wrong thing to do and the consequences to follow. And the hero's journey is all about that, and with mentors, tests, trials, tribulations going forward. And there's a huge political undertone throughout it, but it focuses on good versus evil, which affects everything.
That is very true, because like anyone I'd be the first one to say that Star Wars has always been political in the nature, right? Like it talks about fascism, basically the empire of the Nazis and stuff like that. So it's always been a bit of a reflection of our society. But one thing that has never been lost with George Lucas's Star Wars is the difference between good versus evil.
Even the Ewok movies, good versus evil, is all there too.
Exactly.
Good old 90s.
Good old 90s is holiday Christmas Star Wars. It's I wish, I don't know. First off, Donnie, thank you so much for subscribing to our channel.
Oh, hey, I just saw the bottom.
That means a lot, dude. And I look forward to hearing your thoughts on future shows, especially for our breakdown tomorrow, because it'd be good just to hear different opinions all around. Like I said, if I always say, chat, be respectful to those who do love the stuff, because if you like this show, if you like the Acolyte, I hope you do, because you're paying Disney Plus for a subscription. So you should like the products that they're putting out. But if you don't, then you as a consumer have every right to be like, hey, this ain't working for me, and you got to do better, especially with this IP, this iconic franchise that weirdly you don't hear a lot of people talk about much anymore. It does seem kind of like people are kind of fed up with Disney's take on it, which is sad, because all they had to do was give a damn.
Well said. Wow. It's so true. Oh, it's so true.
Yeah. I mean, they just need better storytelling. I mean, it's
well, yeah, even better storytelling in this direction that they're going would have been great.
Yeah. Oracle, you're too nice.
Thank you, Oracle. Yeah, welcome to the family, Donnie.
So yeah, so we'll deep dive a little further. That's our reaction to episode 6. Teach and I think what was it? Teach and corrupt was their theme this round. So
and my answer is my question back to that is when.
Right, yeah.
We didn't see any teaching, no corrupting, just wasting our time.
KJ, what do you have coming up on your channel, good sir?
Oh, we got another watch party coming along the way. I gotta fix the date for Train to Busan. Thank you everybody who showed up for the Restless. That meant a lot. Shout out to all you guys who made it there. The battalion, you guys are awesome, and I'm glad you had a great time. That's a very, very special movie and a gem that I do not want to see lost in the history of film. And so yeah, it meant a lot, and I'm glad you had a great time. And we're gonna have more coming through with Train to Busan. Bat Channel and I are teaming up again for more Super Sentai watch parties, and of course some game content, and my commentary and other stuff coming your way. So yeah, that's what you can expect coming from me real soon. And I love y'all for always showing me love and having a good time in my space, especially with you, the Bat Channel, Trey and Super Bro, and all you guys. I love you when we do stuff together, man.
Right, it's always good having you on, Cody. I love having you here, man. And I know we miss Super Bro Corey, who's going to be back, my main co-host.
Yeah, I thought he was coming back today. I don't know why. And then when you brought me up, I was like, whoa!
Right, it's just this guy. KJ, you're the best co-host a dude can ask for as well, man. Guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our boy Koj. His link is down below into the chat. You won't be disappointed with all his content. He's just having a great time over with the Super Sentai. The watch parties we did recently, especially so many good movies. A lot of them South Korean based too that are
that's my main focus at the moment.
Kind of opened up my eyes to some foreign films. I mean, I'm a big Godzilla fan, but I never knew South Korea was making such great content too. So I appreciate that so much, dude.
Yeah, and we got the girls in love with the new heartthrob. That actor is awesome.
Right, yeah. And then for us guys, for the Bat Channel, we do have a few things coming up soon. We'll have our Godzilla Kong, the New Empire movie discussion. What's coming up next with the Monsterverse? We will be doing a couple of trailer reactions. People have been asked about Alien Romulus. That's coming up. The Penguin TV series on Max. The Batman Cape Crusader on Prime. There's so much happening on the Bat Channel that we're all trying to do with a full-time job, a daytime job that prevents me from getting videos out quickly. But I just want to say, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us again. We appreciate you. If you love Star Wars content, we have a whole playlist of Star Wars stuff where we debate about what if Anakin took over the Empire, battle of music with John Williams and the woman who composed for Obi-Wan Kenobi. We do a lot of fun stuff, so make sure you guys smash that like, share this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. I am your host Trey with my boy Koj, and don't forget to tune in weekly, same bat time,
same Bat Channel. Oh,
hey, I didn't even need to coach on it. You were ready to go with it. Like,
I'm just fired up. I love the show. Y'all gotta know. You gotta love and like and subscribe here.
Look at that, guys. Have a wonderful night. Be kind to each other. Replay crew, let us know throughout what you thought of episode 6 of Star Wars: The Acolyte. Have a wonderful night, guys. See you later.